In recent years, scientific research has illuminated the remarkable complexity and importance of the human gut microbiome, a dense, diverse ecosystem of trillions of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and other microbes that inhabit the digestive tract. Far from being passive passengers, these microorganisms actively influence digestion, immunity, brain function, and metabolic health. As our understanding deepens, it is becoming increasingly clear that disruptions in the gut microbiome may play a pivotal role in the modern obesity epidemic. And one of the most powerful disruptors? The widespread consumption of ultra-processed foods, UPFs. Unlike whole foods, which provide fiber, phytonutrients, and complex carbohydrates that nourish beneficial gut bacteria, UPFs tend to be low in these critical nutrients and high in emulsifiers, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and easily digestible starches and sugars. This dramatic shift in the human diet, fueled by industrialized food production, has altered the microbial composition of our intestines in ways that appear to encourage weight gain, systemic inflammation, and insulin resistance. The gut microbiome plays a fundamental role in how we extract energy from food. Different bacterial strains have different capabilities when it comes to breaking down dietary components. Some species are more efficient at extracting calories from fiber, while others ferment undigested carbohydrates into short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, such as butyrate, acetate, and propionate, which serve as signaling molecules that influence appetite regulation, fat storage, and inflammation. When the balance of microbial species shifts, often due to poor diet, this intricate energy regulation system can begin to malfunction. Research has shown that individuals with obesity tend to have less microbial diversity and a higher ratio of certain bacterial groups, such as firmicutes to bacteroidetes, that may enhance energy harvest and fat accumulation. While this relationship is still being studied, animal models have demonstrated that transplanting the gut microbes from an obese mouse into a lean one can cause the recipient mouse to gain weight, despite no change in diet. This finding underscores the microbiome's power to influence metabolism independently of caloric intake alone. Ultra-processed foods contribute to this imbalance in multiple ways. First, they lack the fermentable fibers that beneficial microbes thrive on. Fiber is not just roughage. It is the primary food source for many gut bacteria that maintain intestinal barrier integrity, regulate immune responses, and produce anti-inflammatory compounds. Without fiber, these protective microbes shrink in number, while others that thrive on sugars and processed starches may proliferate unchecked. Second, UPFs often contain additives that may directly impair gut function. Emulsifiers like polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose, used to improve texture and shelf life, have been shown in animal studies to disrupt the mucus lining of the gut and promote low-grade inflammation, a hallmark of metabolic syndrome and obesity. Artificial sweeteners such as saccharin and sucralose, while low in calories, can also alter microbial composition in ways that impair glucose metabolism. Moreover, the consumption of UPFs may reinforce harmful microbiome patterns over time. As certain microbial species become dominant, they may influence cravings and food preferences through gut-brain signaling pathways. The microbes that flourish on sugar and fat-rich diets can release chemical signals that interact with the vagus nerve and central nervous system, subtly steering individuals to consume more of the same foods that feed them. This creates a feedback loop in which the microbiome promotes behaviors that further entrench dysbiosis and overconsumption. The implications for long-term health are profound. A compromised gut microbiome not only encourages fat storage and metabolic dysregulation but also weakens the immune system, increases intestinal permeability, sometimes referred to as leaky gut, and contributes to chronic inflammation, all of which are linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. In children, early exposure to processed diets may set the stage for a lifetime of microbial imbalance, altered metabolism, and increased disease risk. Despite the challenges, this area of research also offers a message of hope. Unlike genetics, which we cannot change, the microbiome is highly responsive to diet and lifestyle. Studies have shown that even short-term dietary interventions, such as increasing intake of whole plant foods, fermented products, and resistant starches, can measurably improve microbial diversity and function. This suggests that our microbiomes are adaptable and that restoring balance is not only possible, but powerful. Moving toward a more microbiome-friendly diet does not require perfection or extremes. Small shifts, replacing sugary breakfast cereals with oatmeal and fruit, swapping soda for kombucha or water, cooking at home with vegetables, legumes, and whole grains can yield significant benefits. These changes not only support beneficial gut bacteria, but also help retrain appetite signals, reduce inflammation, and stabilize blood sugar. The connection between ultra-processed foods, gut microbes, and obesity represents a paradigm shift in how we understand metabolism and weight regulation. Rather than viewing obesity solely as a matter of personal responsibility or willpower, this perspective recognizes that the internal ecosystems we carry, shaped by the food we eat, play an enormous role in determining our health outcomes. It also reinforces the need for broader changes in food policy, public education, and nutritional guidelines that prioritize food quality over mere calorie counting. In a world increasingly dominated by fast, cheap, and hyperpalatable processed foods, reclaiming our gut health is not just a personal endeavor, it's a public health imperative. By nurturing the microbes that nurture us, we move closer to a future in which obesity is not treated with blame, but with knowledge, compassion, and the power of real food.